Submarine friends. Boy, this is a dirty job. Anyways, I've got the front. This side here is welded except for the cap weld. I've got to do the other side. The other side is stitched in a few spots. I take this thing right here that I made and I just weld it to the hub, and then I can turn this bolt and that will push. It'll either push this down or push this down. So anyways, it lines up perfect. So that's been working really well. So what I do is I heat it up with my torch and I work in 1 foot sections roughly. So I heat it up really good. So earlier today I did some weld testing and bending tests. So I destroyed the pieces, and in the beginning what was happening is when the piece breaks, the actual metal is tearing away from the weld. So the weld has penetrated into the metal, but the heat affected zone past the weld fails when I destroy the part. So what I found was if I raise the preheat temperature, that problem goes away. So that's why I use the torch here, and I get it really good and hot, and then I weld it, and based on my bending tests, that works. So I bent a piece right in half and it didn't break. So that's what we're shooting for. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's welding up really nice. Once I get the outside welded, then I'll go inside and I'll grind out the weld from the inside and then weld the inside as well. So I gotta rig up some kind of a fan to suck the grinding dust out the front so I don't fill up the back of the sub with dust. I guess I can hang some kind of a tarp down on the inside. Yeah, maybe I'll do that as well. Just use magnets to hold it in place. And I can put all my cable leads and everything through the window opening. I decided to weld the ballast tank on later because I need to be able to close my door for now, and I think it's just better to weld it on after because it's going to be in the way. And I think I'm going to put my fuel tank right up in the nose, like inside that ballast tank up front, because that's where the biggest open deck is, so I can put fuel in the tank standing on a stable base. If I put it back here, I have really nowhere to stand that's safe. So, you know, if it's a little wavy or something and I have to put fuel in it, what I can do is just make an extension that screws on. So this here is the original filler that I was going to use. It just screws into a fitting. So this is a hydraulic fitting with an O-ring sealed cap. So what I can do is carry an extension so I can raise it higher out of the water, like higher above the water, so if there's some waves, I don't have to worry about water getting into the fuel. So I think that'll work okay. I think it's going to be fine. One thing I've noticed rolling this, because I roll it over onto more than a 45-degree angle, it doesn't want to roll anymore. Before, it would just roll over like nothing. But because I've got the ballast tank in there, the engine, the hydraulics and all that down low, it doesn't want to go over as good. So that's a very good thing. That's exactly what should happen because it's all ballast weight. So now, of course, my center of gravity has moved forward because I put that on. So I may actually locate the center and weigh the submarine again. Well, I'll probably put the ballast tank on and then I'll weigh it again. And then I could calculate how much weight I have to add to the bottom. So anyways, I'm pretty pooped. That was a lot of work. Lining it up was a lot of work. I welded tabs on to guide it finally, and then that really saved the day. So it's nice and straight. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's coming along good. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have it all welded up and we'll carry on. Maybe I'll put the ballast tank on. I don't know. I'll figure out what to do when I get there. If you think too far ahead, you start to overwhelm yourself. So just focus on the task. 1 or 2 days in advance, that's it. I don't think beyond that. because there's a million things to do on this. So there's no point in stressing over something that's 2 weeks away. Anyways, that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Ciao.